those two off to? Someplace where they recorded some of the highest winds in the world. We're off to Mount Washington, New Hampshire. And I think, weather permitting, we're going to go to the top. Well, we're all packed up and we're headed off to a campground that we've been to many, many times, but it's been a long time since we've been. It's kind of a family campground. It's about an hour and 45 minutes away. It's called Dolly Cop in New Hampshire, and it's right at the base of Mount Washington. And we're planning, one thing we're planning on doing is probably, weather permitting, is taking a trip to the top of Mount Washington, because sometimes the weather isn't good up there. Sometimes it's just, you can't see anything. It's like fog. But it does have some of the highest recorded winds in the world. I think the highest one up there is 231 miles per hour and some extremely cold temperatures in the winter. But here we are in mid-September, so it shouldn't be too bad.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Hopefully it won't be too bad.
It's an 8-mile auto road to go up a mountain that, from base to summit's about 5,000 feet. And the road is, isn't really wide, so it should be interesting. We have never been up it before, by car anyway. So.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yes, you sound excited.
Oh, yes.
We're also coming in tomorrow night is my daughter and her husband and his brother and and my daughter's and husband's baby, which is 3 months old, I think, coming up.
Yeah.
So they're going to be staying a couple of nights with us. From there, we'll either come home or maybe scoot over to Vermont, because this will be one of the last hurrahs for the fall. Winter will be, and cold weather will be coming up on us pretty quick here in Maine. And normally we'd head off out west for a few weeks or down south or whatever, but with COVID rearing its ugly head and the Delta virus variant, we're thinking we need to stay home again, even though we've been fully vaccinated. It's just not appropriate, right?
Right.
So, we're off. Coffee. What you got there, Joyce?
It's cinnamon coffee cake muffin. Okay.
Good?
Yeah.
We're at Dolly Cop in the White Mountains National Forest, and we just came in and we parked ourselves, and I've gone to pay for the campsite. I've been here 50 times, but mostly when I was much younger. And I haven't been here in several years. And they've completely renovated the place. I mean, they've been renovating for 2 years and they're still half done. There's like 130, 140 campsites in here. Mount Washington, if we could see through the trees here, is out there, way up there. And we're about maybe 4 or 5 miles from the auto road, where you can drive up, which we'd like to do, but as you can see, it's cloudy. Beautiful new tarred roads, bathhouses, which are very nice inside. I mean, they're brand new. That's where we came down. We're at site number 26. Level gravel campgrounds. grassed up on the sides. We've got windrows set up. I put up the antenna, but there's nothing here. I mean, we're in the middle of the mountains. I'll talk about those later. This is a presidential range. It's surrounded by high peaks here. Nice picnic table. Everything's sort of relatively new. Everything's kind of nice. Even the fire pits are newish and kind of nice. Not a whole lot of rust on them yet. We opted, about half the sites are electric. So we opted for the electric sites plugged in here, over there. And the reason is that we've got my daughter and her husband and his brother coming in tomorrow. And they have a 3-month-old baby. And it is mid-September in the White Mountains. And the temperature should go down into the 40s. So, you know, they're pretty hardy people. They're backpackers, and they've been on the Appalachian trails. One of them did the whole thing. Robert, his brother, just recently. So they're, you know, used to being outside in cooler weather. But with that baby, I figured that, you know, they could come inside, because I do have electric heat as soon as I plug the other cord in. And I have an electric heater in there. We can get any temperature we want. So, yeah, they're coming in tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. Nice campground anyway. I'll show you more of it later. Well, where are we? Well, it's raining out this evening. It's about 8 o'clock. So we are in bed. Say hi, Joyce.
Hi. I'm in bed with my husband.
I'm not quite in bed yet. She's doing a perpetual reading. But I'm in bed. And we are watching Back to the Future 2. That's the movie du jour for this evening. And we're pretty much in for the night. How you doing, Joyce?
Good.
That's good.
Would you like your coffee?
Yes, I would. Thank you. Coffee. Late at night, probably keep me up awake, but that's okay. I'm camping. I don't mind. So we will watch our movie, and we will call it a night. Hopefully the weather will be better tomorrow, but it's not promising to be. Say good night, Joyce.
Good night,
Joyce.
Joyce.
See you in the morning, folks. Little point of interest, 1 pound gas bottles are kind of hard to get these days, so I do have an adapter that goes to a 20 pound propane bottle from our barbecue at home, and it works really good. Here we are, breakfast on Friday morning. The kids are 35-year-old kids, are rolling in maybe 2-3 hours.
Yes.
So this is a very late breakfast because we watch movies and we kind of slept in quite a bit. What's the difference between glamping and camping? Well, when you're glamping, you splurge for a site that has electricity. Cooked coffee in the electric coffee pot this morning. Joyce made it.
Yeah.
Makes a good cup of coffee. And of course, you saw it being cooked. We have Dan McMuffin.
Yeah, that's very good.
Egg beaters and ham and 2% cheese and some whole multi-grain bread, which is really a really good breakfast. Ooh, starting to sprinkle. It rained last night.
Yes,
It really rained, particularly early this morning, 4 o'clock or so. Really rained hard.
Yeah.
So, go ahead, Joyce.
Oh boy.
You know we like to do first bite with you. So tell me what you think. Quickly, say it. We'll see you later. Listen. This is the sound of a large, major national park campground after the season is starting to run down. This is after Labor Day weekend. We're not the only ones here, but you have to walk a ways before you see any other campers at any sites. The kids are all in school, people have gone back to work, and it's time, if you have the ability to do so, to take advantage of that situation. Well, we've got company coming in tonight, and total of 5 people to feed. So, making something by request. We've had in our family a long time. It's something kind of unusual, but not too unusual. We call it French spaghetti because we're of French heritage, and it's made a little bit different. Let me kind of show you here. Here it is cooking. It's tomatoes, tomato sauce, onion, celery, mushrooms, green peppers when I have them, and hamburg. And this is set to simmer for quite a while. And then we put spaghetti in. Not it on spaghetti, we put spaghetti in it, as if you were boiling spaghetti in the sauce. Kind of like an American chop suey, sort of. It's unusual. Some people like it, some people don't like it that much, but it with the right seasonings, it's pretty good. And it's the way that a lot of people in our family prefer it. We call it French spaghetti because we've really never seen it anywhere else. We're French, so we just call it French spaghetti.
Oh, crinkle back down. Quick, hold the arm. Got it? Crinkle back.
Crinkle bag is back.
We are at the entrance to going up Mount Washington, and we have with us today Joyce, myself, my daughter Jennifer, and my granddaughter Evelyn. And as you can see, the road is not really wide. What did he say? How long? 30 minutes to the top?
I think so.
Yeah. Washington, 8 miles to the top, about 30 minutes driving. Vertical hike from base to the summit is about 5,000 feet, a little bit more. And at one time, the highest recorded wind in the world, 231 miles per hour. That's since been broken, but it's one of the highest reported ones. We've been out west with, like this, with no trees, and it was straight down.
But yeah, that was real.
Two big trucks going by. We just passed the 4-mile marker, so that's about halfway. And we're still, of course, going up. The road seems to be getting narrower. When you meet another vehicle that's large like yours, it's interesting to say the least.
We made it to the top.
We're parked in the parking lot at the top, and I'll show you the view. It's very exciting. There's the view. Rarely is it ever clear up here. It cleared off a little bit in just the last couple of minutes. Well, here we are on the observation deck. Lots of fog. And not a whole lot to see because of the visibility. Wish I could show you more.
Three, two, one, and scene. We have chicken marbella. It's a Mediterranean style with some olives, figs, prunes, and some white wine and red wine, and artichoke. And we also have scalloped potatoes with leeks and some cheddar cheese and some corn on the cob. Compliments of Michael Schremeyer, along with some barley soda to go with it. Cheers.
Thank you, Mike. Well, we are at Ketchy State Park in sort of central eastern Vermont, and we're partially set up because it's just really an overnighter, and we're thinking of heading out pretty soon to, of all places, the 99 restaurant, which you know, pub food and scallops, Joyce's favorite. Well, here we are at the 99, Joyce.
Yep.
Ready for some scallops?
Yep.
All mashed up. Here we go. Let's go.
Yep.
So what did you order?
I ordered scallops.
And I ordered the sirloin. It was on special. Football's playing. Can't wait to get back to that. The season just started. We see some preseason games, but it's going now, full blast. So let's wait for the steaks. We're on our last evening of this little trip. We're at Ketchy State Park in Vermont, very near the New Hampshire border. After coming out the Mount Washington area in New Hampshire. And we've got a fire going. Picked up some wood. And we just came back from a 99 restaurant where you had some great
Scallops. They were really fantastic.
And I had a steak. So we just treated ourselves up to a dinner. Tomorrow morning we'll just get packed up and we'll head out. In fact, we didn't unpack very much. Let me show you. There's the windrows too. We basically just dropped her off the hitch so we go to the restaurant and put some stabilizers down and leveled her, and that was about it. Tomorrow morning we just have to hook her up in order to go. So, anything more to say, Joyce?
I think it's better that we have it stable, that the windrows too is stable, and we can just back up the truck.
It'll be about 5 or 10 minutes before we're on the road again.
Yeah.
Once we get out.
Yeah.
So don't stay up reading. Oh, God, she reads all night. Ow. Don't stay up reading all night.
No, I'm not
because
going to.
I am going to, too bad we can just move you in the camper. I could just get up, hook it up, and leave, and you could just sleep till we get home. We're about 2.5 hours from home at this point, which is a short trip for us.
Yeah.
A very short trip. Yeah. So, but it's Vermont.
Which is
known
great.
for their maple syrup.
Yes. And Bernie.
And Bernie. That's true. That's what we've come to find. And what they're famous for is having one of the highest vaccination rates and one of the lowest COVID rates in the country.
Which is great.
Which is great. Yeah, all of New England is pretty much like that, but Vermont just outdid everybody. So kudos to them for that. If you're from Vermont, good job. Good job. So, all set?
All set.
Okay. Well,
have a good evening.
Yes, this is maybe the last trip we take this year because, mid-September in Maine can get cold, and we're going to leave the camper unwinterized for a short while because sometimes we get a warmer October, but it usually starts, going down to freezing weather later on in September and October, and that's pretty much it for the year. And then we can, often opt for some snow around Thanksgiving or just before it. So we'd have to, what are we going to do for videos this winter?
I have no idea.
I have a couple in mind.
Yes, I know.
You guys want to hear about them? One has to do with camper names. We have windrows too, but I have collected some fun, unusual, and truly head-scratching, bizarre ones that I am going to share. I've been collecting them for a long time, and I think I've got enough of a collection. You've seen some of them.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And I have another one having to do with Maine and our interesting, sometimes, Maine dialect. You may know what I mean. So, take care. Say goodbye, Joyce.
Bye.
Bye.
We got smoke. It's smoky.
God, I love that woman.